Hello students, welcome to our today's topic, gene cloning. Myself Dr. Asha Jyoti, Assistant Professor, Department of Biotechnology, Vijayanagara Sri Krishnadevaraya University, Ballari. Yes, today we are discussing on a topic as a very important topic, a gene cloning. Yes, what is gene? The main difference between the living and a non-living entity is the ability to replicate and reproduce a similar offsprings, that is a gene. A nucleic acid molecule it may be a DNA or RNA, which is present in a living organism, act as a genetic template to pass the hereditary information from one generation to the next. And the reason a gene is going to called as a fundamental physical and a functional unit of heredity, and it is major responsible unit for the physical and heritable character of the organism. A gene is a content of nucleic acid or molecules which are organized in the gene, which codes for a particular phenotype via specific proteins, and the expression of these genes is regulated by both external and internal factors. Yes, the gene can be defined as a region of DNA or RNA, RNA in case of virus, that controls a hereditary characters usually corresponding to the single protein or RNA. This includes an entire functional unit, both coding and non-coding sequences. Yes, the coding sequences are going to called as exons, and non-coding sequences are going to called as introns. If we want to manipulate the expression of this gene, which directly affect on the phenotype of the individual, the process of manipulating or altering the language of the gene, the process is known as genetic engineering. Yes, what is genetic engineering? A genetic engineering or a gene cloning or the gene manipulation or rDNA technology, a same meaning. A genetic engineering is a manipulation or alteration of a structure of the gene to create a desired characteristics in an organisms. If a genetic material from another species is added to the host, which result in a development of the new organism, such type of the organisms are going to call as transgenics. A genetic engineering can also be used to remove a genetic material from the target organism and creating a knockout organism, which results in creating the knockout organisms. Coming to the history of this gene manipulation, the word genetic engineering was introduced by a scientist, Jack Williamson. He introduced this word in his novel, that is, the name of that novel is a science fiction. Later, before this introducing of this word, as we already know that a scientists, James Watson and Francis Crick, who showed the actual structure of nucleic acid, that is deoxyribonucleic acid, which is present in all the living organisms, which has a double helical model. After that, a Jack Williamson, who introduced the word genetic engineering. And moving to the next, in the year of 1972, Paul Berg, a scientist, Paul Berg, who created the first recombinant DNA molecule by combining the DNA from the monkey virus, a simian virus, or SV40, we are going to call it as an SV40, with that of the lambda virus, that is a bacteriophage virus. And continuation of this genetic engineering history, in the year of 1973, Herbert Boyer and Stanley Cohen, who created the first transgenic organism by inserting the antibiotic resistant genes to the plasmid by using E. coli. And later, the first trial of the genetically engineered plant was occurred in the France and the USA in the year of 1986. Those are tobacco plants which are engineered by which are resistant to the herbicides. The tobacco plants which are engineered by using the genetic manipulation principles which show a resistant to the herbicides. There are a few examples by using this genetic engineering or by using the gene manipulation technique. A number of transgenic organisms, it may be a plants, it may be a animals, which are created. There is a few list here. First, few of the transgenic plants. That is a first in the list. The first transgenic plant is flavor saver tomato. Which this is an engineered genetically manipulated tomato. The specific characteristic feature of this the tomato, which is a bit different in its flavor, in its taste, and it has a longer life. And in the year of 1995, a BT potato was approved, which was created and which was approved safe by the Environmental Protection Agency. And later, a BT cotton was genetically created, which was genetically modified a cotton. The major characteristic feature of this BT cotton, which show a resistant towards the pests. And later, a golden rice, which is a genetically engineered rice which contains the beta carotene, the gene which codes for the beta carotene. The beta carotene is a rich source for the vitamin A. And then a transgenic fruits obtained by using this genetic manipulation techniques, the pear and apple. And a blue rose is one more example for the genetically modified plant. Coming to the transgenic animals, there are several transgenic animals were developed by using a gene manipulation techniques. It is a miracle of genetic engineering. You can see through this skin how the organs grow, how cancer starts and develop without distincting the frog. The next is a glowfish, was the first genetically modified animal to become available as a pet. It is a natural zebra fish which has genetic information about the bioluminescence jellyfish added to this DNA. Using the modern DNA and cross fertilization technique, the Dolin, which is a cross of lion and dog. Next, very famous and very well known transgenic animal is a dolly. That is a genetically modified sheep dolly. I am not going to discuss in detail about this, the principle behind this, all these transgenic plants and animals. And this dolly was successfully developed by using the genetic manipulation techniques, and it was successfully born in 5th July 1996. And it is a contribution, it is developed by the contribution by the three mothers. One provided the egg and another provided the DNA and another carried the complete cloned embryo. The next is Zoros. This is a cross between zebra and domestic horse. These are the few examples of transgenic plants and transgenic animals. In the coming classes, we are going to discuss about individual transgenic plants and animals, what is the process. The process is most common, and what type of the gene and what is the characteristic feature of that gene which is taken from the organism and which is ligated to the another organism, how they created the hybrid, which we are going to discuss in our coming classes. Coming to the common protocol for the gene manipulation or gene cloning. The basic steps of gene modification or the gene manipulation as follows. The first step is isolation of the desired gene. The gene which we want to insert, first we have to isolate from the donor organism. Next is inserting of this, after isolation of this gene, next step is inserting this gene to the suitable vector. A vector is one of the genetic information, is a genetic material which is going to act as a vehicle which helps in transferring of this desired gene from one organism to another organism. The third step is inserting of this desired gene carrier, that is nothing but our vector, into the host. That is a transferring of the recombinant vector, where we combined the desired gene with the vector. So I am naming it as a recombine vector. Inserting of this vector to the host, where it is have to express, where it has to express. That is the third step. Fourth, after inserting of this vector, it will go for the replication. Whenever the genetic information which is present in the living organism, whenever the genetic information needs to double, it will go for the replication process. Same, the inserted desired gene along with the vector, with the help of the available ORI sites, origin of replication sites, which are present on the vector, which are individuals which go for the self-replication in the host. With the help of these origin of replication sequences which are present in the vector, along with the vector, the desired gene is going to multiply in the host. That is the fourth step, multiplication of the desired gene in the host. So once it start to multiply, the next is expression. It will start to express. As a result, expression is nothing but whenever the gene is going to express, we are using the word expression of the gene is nothing but it's producing some biomolecules or some required products, right? Next, fifth step is extraction. After the multiplication, after the expression of this gene, next is the accumulated expressed gene in the form of product. That product we have to extract from the host. That is the last step, extraction and purification of the desired products. So these are the 5 very important and basic steps of any type of the gene manipulation, either in the plant or in the animal. Whatever is our transgenic, it may be a transgenic plant or a transgenic animal, or it is a transgenic bacteria also sometime. The 5 steps are more common. So I am going to explain once again. The first is isolation of the desired gene, a gene, the wanted gene which we want to express in our host, our own host. First we have to isolate it from the donor cell. That is isolation of the gene for the insertion. Next is how to transfer this gene. Yes, the gene cannot be directly transferred to the host. We need a mediator. So inserting of this desired gene to the vector by removing some unwanted sequence from the vector with the help of using several genetic engineering tools. Nothing but some of the restriction enzymes are available. So by using these biological scissors, we will cut the sequence, unwanted sequence which is present on the vector. We will remove it and we will insert with the help of the biological glue, the molecular glue, that is ligase enzyme. With the help of the ligase enzyme, we will insert this gene in the vector. This is now recombinant vector. The why recombinant? Recombination. It is the combination of the two different genetic informations, right? The recombinant vector is next we have to insert it into the host. Transferring of the recombinant vector to the host, that is the third step. Next is a fourth step, replication or the multiplication of the desired gene along with the vector in the host. Next is after the replication, it will go for automatic expression. So as a result of expression, it is going to produce some products. Those products we have to extract and we have to go for the purification. So those are the 5 steps, the most common basic steps for the genetic engineering or gene manipulation. Coming to the benefits or the application of the genetic engineering or the gene manipulation or the gene cloning, why we have to go for genetic engineering, gene manipulation. The first application in medicine, in a medical field, in the production of the medicines, it has a major application. Yes, as we know that a medicine, maybe as a taking some medicines, or as a vaccinations, or we are going to give them a vaccine to cure the infection or disease or disorder, right? Yes. So a genetic engineering in the field of medicine we can use in a 2 way. In the production of the vaccine, the gene which codes for a particular biomolecule which is going to act as an antibody or which is going to act as a vaccine, that gene we are going to, if it is default in the host which is not going to producing itself, then wherever it is going to expressing, that gene we have to take, we have to, with the help of the vector, we have to insert that gene in our host for the expression, right? So in this way we are going to produce the biomolecules which are going to act as an act as a biomolecule which is going to kill or inactivate the virus or a bacteria or any of the microbes, and which helps in boosting of our immune system. That is a one way of using of the gene manipulation techniques in the medicine field. The next is gene therapy. What is a gene therapy? A gene therapy is a genetic engineering of a human by replacing the defective human gene with the functional copies. Itself the gene has deactivated in the system. We have to reactivate again, means take the gene sequence, read it, prepare the gene sequence, and then paste it in the, remove the default sequence, the defective sequence, and place this active functional gene sequence in that place. It's nothing but gene therapy. One is by taking the gene for the production of the vaccine or the product, or itself the gene, if it is a gene is deactivated, which is going to act against the infection or any of the symptoms, so this gene is going to be replaced. That's nothing but gene therapy. These are the two applications in the production of the vaccines in a large scale, and itself removing the defective gene and replacing with the active functional gene. That is by using the gene therapy. The gene manipulation is helpful in the medicine field. The next is majorly in the agriculture field. So majorly in the agriculture field for the production of genetically modified plants. Why the genetically modified plants are important? What are the benefits of genetically modified plants? Why we have to genetically manipulate these plants means, first, to improve the nutritional level of that of the vegetable or the fruit or that whole plant. The maybe next is for better nitrogen fixation, and the third, to produce the disease resistant plant, and the fourth, enhanced efficiency of minerals used by the plants to prevent the early exhaustion of the fertility of the soil, or to reduce the post harvest losses. So there are a number of points. Based on the requirement, we have to manipulate the genes, or we have to add or we have to delete the genes from the plants, and we can modify it in its genetic level and make into a useful. Yes, so these are the applications of major applications of the gene manipulation techniques. In the next class, we will discussing on the tools of genetic engineering. Thank you.